So after you've spent some time foam rolling out the front of the hip and thigh and those inner thigh muscles, we can do a little mobility exercise here. So up nice and tall, we call this a half kneeling position. Think about 90 degrees at your front knee and hip. Back foot is nice and tall on your toes. Up nice and tall. Engage those core muscles. A little tension through your hips. So in other words, we don't want this thigh bone just to be pushed haphazardly into the front of the hip socket. That could cause those feelings of discomfort or even tightness. I see a lot of people stretching like this all the time with really no control through their hips. I think for best effect to really stretch or mobilize our hip flexors, these muscles right here. Squeeze your backside, hold it there, make sure you're breathing, and then we can just oscillate forward and back. I would do about 20, 30 seconds or 10 to 15 repetitions. And then I would do the same thing on the other side. So up tall, butt nice and tight, short little oscillations or movements back and forth, and you should feel a nice little stretch right there in the front of the back hip. Now, what we can also do, we can make this a little bit more challenging, or add a little variation to this. You can do it facing a wall. You notice here I have a mat. If you don't have a mat at home, any kind of pillow or something just to soften it so it doesn't bother your back knee. But again, we can set up the same way, about 90 degrees here. Think about your favorite beverage in a glass on your thigh. When you first set up, make sure that it's nice and steady and stable. We're going to push our hands into the wall. Exhale, feel those tummy muscles, feel those ab muscles. Squeeze the backside, and then we can just move through our hips, bringing our knee closer to the wall and back. Now, make this a little bit more challenging and add a little bit of hamstring work to it. We could take our back leg, try to bring your heel right against your backside, up nice and tall, opposite hand on the wall, and then same idea, forward and back, 20 or 30 seconds per side, 10 to 15 repetitions. If you start cramping in the back of your leg, obviously stop, stretch it out. Typically those cramps will start to go away the more you put your those muscles through a full range of motion. So in other words, flexing your knee, bringing that heel back towards your backside. So do whichever one you can tolerate the best, but any of those hip flexor mobilizations will work paired with foam rolling like we talked about.